And I think I always pick the best time because, I mean, for me, I felt like, I never thought I would see a time where, people have the biggest heart, no matter how young they are, and they just, want to just make great music. Now, I mean, you can likes of Aaliyah, Justin Bieber, and now in Nigeria, had likes of Whiskey, Davido, who started pretty young, and now it's a really pack of great stars killing it right now, and she just joined the pack. I mean, likes of the Irish Stars, the Remas, the Rugas. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the one and only Young and Restless. Let me put it that way. Because, when I want to say that, I say that with a lot of confidence because you can tell that she's definitely not holding it back, right? She's young, she's restless, she's talented, and she's super creative, right? And I think it was right time for me to bring her on Superstar Wednesday because she's one of the future right here when it comes to Afrobeat and music in Nigeria. I'm talking about the one and only Qing Madi is in the building. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I feel excited. Thank you for having me.
Nah, it's a great feeling to have you on the show. Now, the first thing I said, I mean, when I first watched your video and your music and how you even, the thing is, I could tell like you don't think about it. You just want to look different. And it's like I see a lot of the less is more type of artists that just want to be herself as much as she makes her own kind of music. And then when I looked at you, you kind of remind me of Aaliyah, right?
I heard that before. I've heard that a couple of times.
Was that deliberate? Did you want it? Because did you look and watch her and wanted to just be like that?
No, surprisingly not. I just get a lot of comments like, "Oh, you remind me of Aaliyah," but I'm like, I don't really, I don't really see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see
no,
it.
Bob, I mean,
a lot of people said I look like Ella May though.
Now, that's another thing. Because, let me just put it. These are people who are very, their attraction is almost like the music is different. Mm-hmm. And then they are very simple people, right? When it comes to their fashion. And then it's still pop. So maybe you look like Ella May. And definitely you have the fashions of Aaliyah. Kind of, right? Probably. But anyways, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited. How are you?
Good. There is talking about names. Mm-hmm. How do you get the name King?
Oh, it was firstly I was trying to get my Instagram ready because for the longest time I was lazy on Instagram until I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it serious. So I started with putting Maddie, but I think it was already taken. So I was trying to get a feminine type name that also had a tomboy energy. So I was like, oh, King is creative. Why not go with that?
Qing Madi. Mm-hmm. So Madi is your son name or your name?
My name.
Your name, right? Mm-hmm. So Qing Madi. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, there's a lot of things that names embody. And with you, what makes you feel like you gotta have that? You just wish you had that name. There has to be something you think about, right?
Yeah.
So what was the process for you?
For a King? For the name and
exactly.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I felt like personality-wise, King was just my definition. Because sometimes I can be domineering, sometimes I can be a dictator, but that's for when I'm serious about what I'm doing. And then I like to feel in control of my own craft. So I think King was just a personality trait or like an alter ego or something.
So would you say you are a perfectionist?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't like to call myself that. I don't want to be self-indulgent, but I'll say I like to be close to, perfect.
Okay, so now let me get in the boat with you, right? Let me get in your, I don't want to get in your mind, but let me get in your music space, right?
Yeah.
You're making a record.
Uh-huh.
Are you the type that makes record and you can dump that record and say, I don't like it, I want to try something else?
I wish I was. I'm too attached to my babies. My music is very personal to me. And if I start it and I finish it, I'm already obsessed with it. Because most times I leave my work half done when I'm not obsessed with it. It's
oh, wow.
I'm not feeling it no more. Let's go to the next song.
Who has ever pulled out a song that you wish you wanted the word to hear and said, that song cannot make it?
Who?
Let me put it this way. Sometimes when you have to check your catalog of music and they say, okay, now I want to put some record out and say, no, this one is not going. No. You cannot do that to me.
It's a terrible feeling. I just started, to be honest, my first single was See Finish and then Why. So we're working on the project and there are some songs that I've recorded that I would have loved to be in the project, but my people won't let it happen. So it's terrible for It's like,
Look at
no,
me,
you
man.
guys, this song is it. Because
Yeah.
I'm talking about the perspective of what type of music would I listen to and feel like I'm revealing what Maddie's about. And they're looking at it like, this one sounds better.
Yeah,
So-
never mind. I've been a bad guy. I just want to get in your space. You know, sometimes I'm like that.
Yeah.
Now, talking about the music, right? King, you are. I feel like recently, as a post of mine for a friend of mine called Shepsy Do, and they actually did, the future of music, but they actually posted the guys. And then I went to the comment section and I mentioned your name. I mentioned Lee Bianca, King Madi, Iris Star, and Thames. Right?
Yeah.
The thing is, sometimes do you feel like, do you ever think you were underestimated sometimes?
Well, I wouldn't say that just yet because, like I said, it's like I'm fresh in the industry. I haven't been out for a long time, kind of just been working. So for my first single, the amount of acceptance I got from people to the song was insane. So I'm very grateful for that. And it's been going insanely well. I've been having a lot of reach outs. A lot of people appreciate my music. I've been getting a lot of DMs of people revealing how much my song has helped them. So it's like, oh, this is going to be my first project. So I'm obviously still in shock at how far I've come with just 2 songs. And, I'm trying to see how the project goes. So I wouldn't say
Your confidence is out of the block.
I wouldn't say I'm underestimated yet.
So the thing is, if you're gonna have to be as big as somebody, who would that be?
In the world.
In the world, it doesn't matter if they're musicians.
Well, obviously Rihanna, but my favorite artist in the world is Kendrick Lamar. So
Wow.
one of them.
Okay.
One of them.
I see it. So I think that's why I get the less is more from you when it comes to your approach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
But definitely your mind. You are actually very deep, right?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm like all deep and dark and no. I'm just it's a very poetic type of thing with me. I'm more poetic
That's
than
good.
dark.
If you're gonna write, how many songs you write in a day?
It depends. It's not like it's not like automatic. It's more like, if I'm feeling a type of way, I can just go endless. And there's sometimes where I just don't want to write at all. So
Do you have a best song out here?
it's not out. my favorite song is not
Okay.
out. No.
So do you have a favorite song besides the song we're hearing right now?
Yeah, definitely. C Finish.
You love that one.
I loved C Finish so much. And the moment I took like the freestyle home, nobody really like vibed to it in my house. They were like, it's okay. I don't know, maybe they weren't sad people. But like I was like, you guys, this is sad.
Oh.
But yeah, I loved it so much.
But the truth is, the thing about C Finish is very relatable because we go through it every single time in our lives. There's always something. It's
Yeah.
either you're with friends who don't, they think,
Yeah.
you got it. They don't really care.
They really don't.
Exactly. So, but is that the case with you?
I don't have friends. A lot of them.
Why?
Well, I used to, to be honest, but I kind of found myself in that place where I realized people were desperate for way more than friendship in a friendship. So I'm like, nah, it ain't for me. That's crazy.
Now, I call that said young and restless, and not in a bad way. It's a good thing, right? Because your music is out of this world. You're very good at what you do.
Thank you.
What's the plan for you? What are you doing this year? Because I know you dropped an EP already.
No, I haven't.
Okay. But I know you have Seafood with the first single. This Why is the second single.
That's it.
So definitely you'll have an EP ready, right?
Yeah, working on that.
Okay, so are you thinking of dropping that this year?
Definitely. I'm dropping my first project this year, visuals and possible collaborations with producers and artists.
So let me just get in your mind again.
I'm not
Are you
calling names.
No, I know you might not call names, but are you one of the people who want to work and I'm doing all by myself? On my body of work is just all about for the first time.
To be honest,
Or any features.
To be honest, I would want majority of the songs to be more about me, but I don't mind opening up to possible collaborations for people that I feel could execute the song way better.
You know what? I'm gonna put a feature on it by myself. I don't need to mention names.
Okay.
Well, the thing in picking music, it also does not really depend on you.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you have picked this song as your next single? Out?
Yeah, I definitely don't regret it. I love the song, and I felt like I wrote it the same headspace of C Finish, and yeah, I would have picked it.
Okay, I'm not trying to get in your head.
Yeah,
I
you
would
kinda
not get in
are.
your head.
Bad job of doing
You know
that.
the good thing is we don't want to talk about Ed Space. Don't do that with me because I might get in your head. Now the thing is we're here where we've grown to see the change in what Afrobeat is doing in the world, right? And where do you find yourself in all of that space? You know, everybody say, "Oh, I had the number one hit on the Billboard. I know I had the number one hit on Apple Music. I had the number one." Everybody just says everybody's number one, right? Where do you find yourself in the whole mix? What makes you different from everybody else?
Well, if I'm being honest, I never really thought about the music that way and trying to like, of course, me trying to stand out is just being me. And that's pretty different from everybody else, vocal wise and personality wise, performance wise. I'm a dancer who loves music. I'd like to define myself that way. So dance is like a personality trait of mine. And I think infusing that into my art kind of makes me a different species in the music industry already. And I'm obsessed with Afro R&B. I think the type of music that I make for my people. I make for people that want to feel heard as well. So I think
like
that makes
that.
me different.
Clearly, you know who your target audience is, and the fact is, music. Clearly, sometimes you also have to think about, as much as you want to think about everybody, you know, but you need to understand your core and your core fans as well, right?
Sir.
Now, the beautiful thing about it is you're here now. Fame is crazy. Sometimes people might say you're too young. You know, I know you hear that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel there's no space for age is nothing, to be honest. But how do you think you're going to handle this? Because, you know, King, now the conversations are different.
Yeah.
The phone calls are different.
They are.
Your friends are thinking, oh, she doesn't have time for me
I don't
anymore.
got no friends.
Right? Oh, but you don't have a lot of friends, like you already said.
Yeah.
Now, what do you feel, you know, you just feel what is that one thing you still want to just, you know, you want it to be constant in your life. You don't want fame to change that. What would that be?
My spiritual relationship with God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't ever want that to change. Hopefully it won't change. And also my mental health, because it's in a pretty solid place, only if it's getting better. So besides that, I'm good.
What is
Everything else can
how do you
change.
record it? What's your ritual? What's the first thing you do when
For
you're
recording
recording?
music?
Yeah. Do you want people in the studio? You just want to...
Everybody out. I don't like, it's not like I'm the mean type of person to like make everyone else feel uncomfortable, but I would rather record alone. And some people don't understand that. Some people bring other people to the studio to observe me. But I mean, that's fine.
Shout out to Sensi Uche's in the building.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't clearly like where people are in the studio when you're recording.
No, I sit on the ground to write. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, and nobody else in the studio.
You sit on the floor.
Yeah.
I think I need to put into your recording session one time because I've seen a lot of ritual, but I'm not. Everybody
works.
stands up.
It works. Sitting
Down?
It works.
Wow,
It's a beautiful thing.
I like that. So, which was the fastest record you ever made?
It's not out yet.
Not out
but
yet,
between
right?
C Finish and Y?
Which one was faster? Let me guess. C Finish was faster. No, it wasn't. Y was faster, right? What was really complicated about C Finish?
I think with C Finish, it was because at first it wasn't meant to be a song. It was supposed to be content. So that's why I only wrote the first verse and just like let it out. And then when I started getting pressure from people that could relate, saying I should drop it, I had to go back to the studio and rewrite the second verse, made a couple adjustments. Because then we wanted to be serious with it because people actually wanted to hear it. So we didn't want to make any mistakes. We were being careful. But with Y, it was a very happy scenery. There was my manager, there was the producer. Also, all of us were just kind of putting ideas. So it was a very fun session. There was no deep, thinking and head stuff.
Take us through the journey of visuals, and I know that's dropping pretty soon, right? And what do you think is your thought process for that project? Because now this is me getting your mind again. There is something we see before we make a record, or there's some things you are, maybe it could be part of your daily life, so things you're indulging in at that time. What is visuals about? Is it about pain? Is it about happiness? Or you just want to party? What exactly is your thought process for the body of work coming out?
Personally, by God's grace, if they listen to me and put my favorite songs on the EP, it would be about me, because there are a lot of different songs about my life and different stages of my life that I think if you compile it will give you a very beautiful body of work. But
can we write a book on it?
well, I hope so. I hope that happens. But like, I mean, also there are amazing songs that I think people would love. So it's a mixture of everything.
I like it. This is like a Sub-Zero session.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just takes this up.
Mm-hmm.
Please let her do what she wants to do this time. Yeah. You know, the thing is, picking songs can be a crazy thing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I go into your hat drive, how many songs do you have ever recorded?
Ooh, that's a lot. So basically I have a lot of songs because I started recording from like 10. So like I have songs that I wrote
10 years old.
Started recording from, and then there are songs that I wrote in secondary school. There are songs that I wrote when I just moved to Lagos, and then there are songs that I wrote when I got signed to Sony, which was a lot because they had like a certain expectation for me and they pushed me to work really hard, which I had to,
It can be a bother sometimes.
It was a lot. So I had to work that hard. So everything together here it's going to be like...
You started making these from 10.
Yeah.
Now, you know the thing is, this is not right because I don't know what I was doing when I was 10 years old, right? I feel like I was just in a conversation of how my daddy just thinks, hey, boy, and then I see you as a guy who might disgrace the family. You get me? So I'm not even thinking of what I was doing when I was 10.
No.
So who figured this out? And
My
said
mommy.
your mom.
Mm-hmm.
The moms always figure it out.
My mommy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
She's your biggest fan, right?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, so who's your second biggest fan? I know Daddy's never come in. Daddy's annoying, right?
That was my mommy.
And
don't tell her. My sister.
Okay.
Yeah, my mommy and then my sister.
That's very good. And they push you to do this, right?
Well, more on my mom because I think when she figured out that I could sing, she first took me to ballet class where I fell in love with ballet and then contemporary. And then she would take me for choir practice. She'd take me for music practice. We would rehearse in the living room. She just prepared me for it.
You're a show off.
Yeah, I am. I am.
So you're the one she's getting changed.
Yeah.
And the pastor just thinks, oh, I think she's taking my congregation already. I get it.
Yeah.
The thing is, starting at 10. Now, where you are now, are you happy where you are?
I am. I most definitely didn't think it would happen like this, to be honest, because we were never intentional with C Finish. So it's not like we had planned that, oh, this is going to be the song or this is time for me to release music. It's just like, make your content. Oh, it blew up. Release music. Oh, okay, you're in now. So it's like a very abrupt entry. And now I feel like all the work has been done because we started training quite early. So that's why when most people say, oh, you don't sound like you just started music. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Okay, so this is my feature. I'm going to give you my top 5 of people I think you need to collaborate with when I get back. But I'll drop one first. I think it'd be nice to make a record with Ruga.
Ooh.
That would be a banger.
That's hard.
You know what? Look, they're looking at me like, yeah, don't worry. King, don't mind that. We'll make our own EP here, right?
Definitely.
Do you have a song in mind? A name? What do you say?
Probably one. Probably one song I have called Loner. It would be
Let's
crazy.
get it out now. I see you working with
That would be
Iris
crazy.
Star.
That's cool.
Cool. Do you have a name for it?
Nah, nothing I can imagine right now.
Okay, good. Now you go for if you're gonna collaborate with anyone.
Buju.
Buju, okay. You have a name for that?
Oh, definitely. It'd probably be a remix of C Finish.
Dope. Okay, now I see you because you're your sound and all right. Now you said, you know, your sound is Afro R&B, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a mixture of Afrobeat and R&B.
Yes, sir.
So definitely, I think I would see you doing a collaboration with Amalé.
Ooh. That's really hard. That's really, really hard.
That works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you guys jealous now? So you know what?
Wait.
Let's see the last one. I'll be very honest. Like, I know people never really see this coming. I feel like you will do a great song collaboration with the one and the only Burna Boy.
Yes. Completed.
That worked, right?
Fact.
Facts.
Correct,
Okay.
sir.
So guess what? We got Bernie on it. We had Amalay on it. We had Ruga on it. We had Buju, and we had Iris Star. Right? Mm-hmm. We're good.
We're good.
So you know what? If it comes out, you heard it first here on the show. Now,
Dibs on Ruger and Buju.
anything
Dibs
can happen.
on two of them.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah.
So this is your journey now, and I see that happening with a lot more to go with it. I feel like your energy is good. Mm-hmm. The music is good. What would you like to add to whatever you're doing right now?
What would I like to add in what way?
I mean, what would you like to add to what you have right now? Is there anything, or you feel you're good at? You feel Qing Madi is good right now, and she's good. Is there anything you want to? It could be, what would you like to have with what you've got now? And if you don't want to change anything, that's fine too.
What would I like to have? I'd like to explore more genres of dance. And what other talents do I have? I'm good with languages.
So how many languages can you speak?
A couple.
Can you speak French?
No, but I speak Spanish.
Spanish.
Sir, do you?
Let me know, guys. Obrigado. Because I don't
It's actually quite easy.
Really?
It's really easy. Okay, if you want to say something like, I can speak Spanish, you say, puedo hablar un poco de español.
Wow.
Say it.
How do you?
It's easy.
Okay, so go. Let me see if I can
Puedo
get
hablar un poco de español.
Puedo hablar un poco de.
Puedo hablar un poco de español.
This get it again.
Puedo
hablar
un poco de español.
Español. Spanish. The thing is, I had a struggle. I was in Spain one time. Thank you for the app. It's a beautiful place.
Duolingo.
But man, there were so many Espanol and Bragado flying around. I just said, please, translation, please. I just checking on. But it's a really, really beautiful language. Mm-hmm. If you can speak that.
I'm trying to learn Mandarin because I had a goal to learn 3 languages, but I'm not following up so well.
To be honest, let me just not go into that. You're a handful. In a good way, right? Thank you for coming on the show, Qing Madi.
Thank you so much for having me.
Guys, you never know. The first EP that might drop might be visuals. And I can guarantee you're going to love it. Qing Madi's here to stay. And you're 17, right?
16.
16! Making the money already. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing when I was 16.
Yeah.
Now you just hit me with 2 times the ages 10. I don't know what I was doing when I was 10. 16. I don't know what I was doing when I was 16. It's very great to have you on the show, right, Qing Madi? Keep working hard. Keep working hard. And ladies and gentlemen, check out a brand new single called Why. And you never know visuals that you already have. And it's good. You already have a name for it already. Mm-hmm. I know you're ready to kick it. Ha! She's ready. This one is too. She's ready. 16 and she's killing it already. I love that. that. Check out, her name is Qing Madi. That's Qing. And then you have Madi's Madi. You can follow on all social media platforms.
Yes, sir.
And guarantee, right? Thank you for coming on Superstar Wednesday.
Thank you so much for
Getting
having
back to the
me.
show.